Welcome fans to This Day in Baseball as we rewind our way through baseball history from Pud Galvin to Babe Ruth, Mickey Mantle, and Willie Mays, and into the present day and highlight many historical events. On October 12, 1971, the Baltimore Orioles took the first two games of the World Series, outscoring the Pittsburgh Pirates 16-6. But Game 3 shifted to Three Rivers Stadium, and with Steve Blass back, he was pitching a great game and had the Pirates up 2-0. But in the top of the seventh, Frank Robinson just homered to make it a one-run game. But then the big blow was provided by Bob Robertson. Robinson, who had hit 53 home runs over the past two seasons and drove in 150-plus runs in less than full-time duty, slammed a three-run homer in the seventh off starter Mike Cuellar. But it isn't that clear because Robinson actually missed a bunt sign. Manager Danny Murtaugh issued the sign to Robinson, who had not sacrificed a bunt in the entire season, and television replays actually show Roberto Clemente, who was on second base, appearing to call a timeout. But Cuellar was already in his windup at the time. Blass was sitting next to Murtaugh in the dugout at the time and told the Pirate manager, "If you fine him for missing the bunt, I'll pay." And of course, Murtaugh didn't because the results really worked out for the Pirates. Now here's the radio call on Robinson's at-bat. And by the way, you can listen to this game in full if you follow the link in the notes. And in fact, you can listen to all 7 games of the 1971 World Series on our YouTube channel, This Day in Baseball. So you can check that out. Now here's the play.
Back in Pittsburgh for the last of the 7th, Clemente, Stargell, and Robertson for the Buccos, who had a 2-0 lead. And as they had a 3-0 lead on Saturday in the first game, Frank Robinson came up and hit a home run to make it 3-1. The Orioles went on to win that ball game. They snatched a 2-0 lead here, and Robinson led off the 7th inning with a home run to make it 2-1. So it's not over yet. Cuellar and Blass, the starters, are still in there, with the 4th game of this series due tomorrow night. Shortly after 8 o'clock, Pat Dobson will go for Baltimore, another one of their 20-game winners, the 4th. And Luke Walker, a left-hander, will be going for the Buccos of Pittsburgh. But right now, this game is 2-1. Roberto Clemente is the batter to lead off the Pittsburgh 7th. And here's Bill.
And Jim DeClemente, who has hit in 10 straight World Series games as a result of that 5th inning base hit to center field. Clemente, Stargell, Robertson, the beef of the Pirate attack in the 7th. Fastball is fouled straight back towards our NBC booth. Strike one to Roberto Clemente. You know, in baseball, people talk around the all-around ball player. Clemente might be right at the top of the list. He runs well. Naturally, he hits the ball well, and he feels well. He does everything outstanding, despite the fact he is 37 years of age. Deep to the box on Cuellar's next pitch. Off-speed curve, tap to the mound. Off the glove of Cuellar, recovers, turns, pulls Powell off the bag, and safe at first base is Clemente. Clemente checked his swing. It trickled back a little bit to the third base side of the mound. Cuellar stuck the glove down. It came out of the glove. He did recover in time, turned, threw to Powell. He pulled him to the outfield on the fair side of the bag, and Clemente is safe. Cuellar, I would figure, would be charged with a throwing error to give Clemente a life. Cuellar charged with a throwing error. Here's Willie Stargell, and he'll wait as Cuellar makes a move to Clemente's lead at first base. It is Baltimore's 3rd error in this 3rd game of the World Series. Stargell takes way outside, ball 1. Stargell is hitless today, but he has twice been a base runner, picking up walks against Cuellar in the 1st and 4th, striking out in the 5th. Clemente leading at first base. Inside and high. 2 balls and no strikes to Stargell. Foul holding as Clemente inches off first base with nobody out. Pittsburgh leads 2-1, bottom of the 7th inning. Stargell takes low, so he's way ahead, 3 balls and no strikes. And out comes the Oriole manager, Earl Weaver. Now, in most situations this season, when initial visits in an inning have been made to the mound, it has been the Baltimore pitching coach, George Bamberger. But during the playoff series, the Oriole pitching coach, George Bamberger, came down with the back pains and chest pains, was forced to be hospitalized in a Baltimore hospital, and has not been with the Orioles since. He is still hospitalized in Baltimore. With Cuellar struggling against Stargell, 3 balls and no strikes. Baltimore's bullpen is active with big right-hander Tom Dukes. Cuellar to Stargell, 3-0. That's ball 4. It advances Clemente to second. Stargell occupies first. Nobody's out. And the batter will be Bob Robertson. 6 walks issued by Cuellar. And he's yet to retire a batter here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Clemente at second. Stargell at first. Pittsburgh ahead by 1 run, 2-1. Robertson has not had at the moment a good day. He has lined into a double play. Twice has failed. Clemente inches off second. Stargell gets his lead at first. Robertson taking high. Ball 1. The Pirates have pushed Cuellar right against the ropes here in the bottom of the 7th inning. The 1-0 to the right-hand batting Robertson is fouled off the end of the bat. 1 ball and 1 strike. Pittsburgh drew ahead 1-0 in the bottom of the 1st inning. Moved ahead 2-0 in the bottom of the 6th inning. And then a Frank Robinson leadoff homer in the top of the 7th made it 2-1. And the Pirates coming right back. They've got 2 on, nobody out. The 1-1er to Robertson. High fly, deep right center. Way back is Frank Robinson. This is a home run. Bob Robertson, a 3-run homer to give Pittsburgh now a lead of 5-1. Way back over the 385-foot marker in the power alley in right center. Not had a World Series hit. He had gone 0 for 9. And his first World Series base hit is a 3-run homer. It plates Clemente ahead of him plus Stargell. A 3-run Robertson wallop also knocks out Mike Cuellar. And Earl Weaver is going to his Baltimore bullpen.
Now, did you feel you were right at Three Rivers some 49 years ago? The excitement, it just blows right through that radio call, doesn't it? Now, that was possibly Robinson's finest hour, as he will hit 6 home runs in 11 playoff games in the 1971 season. But his star, unfortunately, is going to fade, as he'll never hit another playoff home run after 1971, and he'll hit just .224 over the next 6 seasons. But for most Pirate fans, this is what they're going to remember about him. Now, I hope you enjoyed today's Rewind, and remember to visit our YouTube channel and listen to over 600 classic games, and you can hear interviews and recaps from thousands of events from baseball history. And please remember to hit the subscribe button and share our show. You don't want to miss anything coming out, because we got great new events coming out all the time. And thank you for listening to This Day in Baseball.